Hi guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 9:32 a.m.
It's now 9:32 a.m. My mum called whilst I was out on the field and I didn't take my phone out on the field, so I didn't answer the phone message on the field. It's very frosty outside, it's very cold, and you don't want to stay out there very long stood still or chatting to people because it's absolutely freezing. Within a few minutes my nose started freezing up and the tips of my fingers. So I went out with Max out the front of the building, threw some rubbish in the bin, and then I walked across Common Creek Wharf where there was a lady in a pink coat and a grey cap walking it looked like a white poodle. And then out of nowhere came this bloke with a coat on like my neighbours upstairs, dark blue with a fur hooded collar. He had baggy jeans on, really baggy light blue jeans, trainers like he wears upstairs. But he was a lot younger and he had a cap on, like an American cap. And he was walking past this girl with the white poodle, and I was walking in the road area to the corner on the curb, and a white practical van went past me. It had practical on it, so a white van went past me as I was walking on the side of the curb. I walked onto the path later on up the road, and this guy was like walking right behind me, and he was making coughing noises. I didn't get intimidated. I do feel that sometimes when I'm going outside, people are trying to intimidate me to make me go indoors, but I carried on walking, let this chap walk ahead. He walked off. There was a group of men by the Rochester Riverside office talking to each other. There was a couple sat down at Costa Coffee, and then there was a builder bent over with a shovel. But there were other people on the field. There was a builder with like a black helmet on, bent over with like his trousers showing, and he was thumping the ground with a shovel. I walked past him and there was a lot of other people on the field, a lot. There was a guy with the pug dogs in his little beanie hat, and there was a woman walking around there, so the field was packed. Didn't stay on the field too long because Max was cold. I put his coat on, but he was still chilly. He had his hooded little jacket on. He was still freezing cold though. Pulled on the lead. He wanted to go back home. So we went back home earlier than I planned, but you know, it was cold, so maybe Max was doing me a favour. Just walked slowly back, quietly, into the flat where the lady with the ginger hair in the next block with a little backpack on and a long coat was walking underneath the railway tunnel, probably going shopping or something. And I walked into my flats and I've just listened to my mum's message, here it is. AM, I'm just listening to my mum's answer phone messages.
Can I just say that I'm not feeling too well? You know, I get like worrying you're in it. I don't feel too well. Do you think at one time today you could actually give me a ring back just to speak to me? You know, it does help to talk, you know. And I know you came up yesterday, but, you know, it was nice seeing you, and it was nice listening to you, and it was nice speaking to you, you know. So if you feel well enough, you know, I know the telephone makes you happy. If you could ring just that once, just to speak to me, would you do that, Chester? Thank you very much indeed. And again, thank you for coming up to see me yesterday.
9. I'm in my flat at Rochester. I've just taken Max for a walk. I've just come back. It's freezing cold outside, frosty. Jack Frost has nipped at my nose, and I will ring my mum back as requested. Right, guys. I didn't like the tone of that taxi driver's voice to me in the car yesterday. I didn't like the tone of it at all. He came across as very aggressive and like a bully. He made references to that I could walk home. It's easy to walk home. It's not easy to walk home from Chatham to Rochester. I didn't like his attitude. I didn't like how he was behaving. I didn't think he was driving the car safely. But at what point do you... Whatever I do, nobody listens. I've reported things to the police. They don't listen. I've complained to relevant authorities when someone's done something reckless and dangerous. They don't do anything. Nobody does anything. I have to look after myself. I have to protect myself, and I have to do what I think's best. And I had to humour this bloke. He was being rude, sarcastic, dangerous, and I had to humour him just to get home. And it reminds me of bad dates off of Beaver Street. Blokes that I'd met at Chatham railway station that were driving a car intoxicated with weed. I met 2 or 3 that were driving cars and they'd been under the influence of drugs. At what point do the police actually do something to help, especially women that are put in danger by blokes taking drugs or being aggressive and violent in a car situation especially? What if you haven't got your mobile phone? My mobile phone was in the back of the taxi in amongst my shopping, right? He was driving the wrong way. The taxi driver was driving the wrong way. There was no need to go that way, right past Ashley Lupin's dentist. That's nowhere near where I lived. I don't know why he went that way. The traffic wasn't that bad. I mean, it was pretty, normal considering I'd gone back at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I think you have to use your common sense. If you're in a car with somebody that's behaving in an irrational, dangerous manner, you need to keep that car safe. You need to keep yourself safe. And if the driver is not behaving normally, then you can't get out of a car in the middle of the road. You can't say, look, I don't like the way you're behaving, I'm getting out. I was in the middle of the car was in the middle of a main road. He was just being rude and like on purpose, like, if I act like a dummy and stupid and nasty, maybe I should get out the car. But that you don't do that while you're driving in the middle of a road. And there was no way I could have got out at Rochester railway station. He was on the wrong side of the road altogether. And he wasn't even near a pavement. I don't know why people think they can treat me like this. Oh, just shove it, give it there. No one does anything to help her. And this is what happens. It puts my life in danger. And other people's. Because if that driver stopped suddenly in the middle of the road, it could have affected other people, not just me. So when these idiots are rude and aggressive to me, they're also affecting other people. Never seen that taxi driver before. I don't know whether he was a real taxi driver or someone's brother or somebody in the car just using it to play about with. I don't know. But I don't like the way I was treated yesterday. I didn't like that at all. I had to humour him. I wanted him off my doorstep. I even tipped him to get him away from me. To get him away from my doorstep, I didn't like his attitude. It was wrong. I'm going to try and have a happy day today. I'm worried about my mum. I don't know where these taxi drivers are coming from, but that one was not right. I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. I'm going to phone my mum up because obviously she's sounding a bit upset in one of those phone calls. I don't know what's going on. You know, when my dad died, it was a complete shock. One day I saw him alive, the next 2 months later he's dead, gone. So I'm going to protect and look after my mum. I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. See you later.